All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 535 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern Atlanta Falcons football. Go talk some Atlanta Falcons, and I think this is going to be a really good episode because we're talking about a young kid that's actually pushing himself to be great, and he don't feel like what he's done was enough. You know, it's only 1 year in the league. He kind of caught fire later on in the season, done very well for himself, and we're going to talk about Mr. Drake London. It's going to be really interesting because I'm actually excited by the way he feels about this, and I want to see more of it from other players going forward. Not only just the guys that are on the team now, but other guys that are going to be on the team later. It is really good to see. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. If you click the link down in the description, you can click that link that's BetUS. Put down $100. Put down, like I said, put down $100, get 125% bet book bonus, and that will get you access to put wagers down on many games. Where it comes from, the NBA, MMA, college basketball, college baseball just started. I'm pretty sure they're doing XFL and USFL that's coming up as well. It's going to be really interesting. Also they do esports. So if you want to check out any of that, that will be great. It helps the channel and it helps the channel grow. So hopefully you guys will check that out and we just continue to move forward. You know, things are really interesting right now with me just getting things together and move to Georgia. And it's actually pretty awesome. I am really, really impressed with the way that things are going, and I can't be more, happy with that. But at the end of the day, you always want to push to be better. So I'm always trying to find things to do that make things more efficient, trying to get this move going. And that's the way I roll, not just with this move, but everything else I do. And it's good to see a young fella like Drake London doing the same thing. I mean, he had 72 receptions last season, broke the record for receptions as a rookie. Did pretty well for himself with 866 yards. And he said it's not enough. It's not enough. I mean, I love that. I love it because he started off slow, he started off slow because of the quarterback we got, but the last 4 games, I mean, he had pretty much a breakout, session. He had a couple of games that was over 100 yards. He was targeted more than 10 times. He actually had more than 10 yards per game, per catch against Baltimore and Tampa. Him and Ritter got some type of, chemistry. And that's what you want at the end of the day. You want your number one receiver to get chemistry with your quarterback. And with him getting that, you would think that he would be happy with where he's at. But he's not impressed with the numbers. 72 catches for 866. You have to understand, this kid last year in college, I think he was like 7 games in and already was over 1,000 yards receiving in 7 games. So you got to understand with him, he has high expectations that he wants to be great. And I think with Drake London, the way he's set up and the way he's playing and the way his style of play is, he can be one of the great receivers. And I know it's very early because you're talking about a kid that's, basically a rookie. But if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to be great. I got this article up. I have it up in the description down in below if you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble. Also, it'll be on the podcast avenue if you want to check it out over there as well. The link will be down there. It said in this quote, he's saying, with that being said, I took it as decent. I'm doing my job. I'm doing it somewhat well for my circumstances. All I can do is go forward, and from there just keep progressing. So he wants to get better. 72 catches this year. Let's turn that to like 89 catches next year, or let's turn that to 109 catches next year. I think he has the potential to be a legit number one. I mean, he done very well for himself against pretty decent defenses down the stretch. He did okay for himself throughout the season as well. But you really start to see what type of player that he was once Desmond Ritter became quarterback and they started expanding plays more. It wasn't just all run heavy. And this is what you want to see. You're gonna have other receivers that could come in, rather flourish because all the attention's on Drake London, or you can see him getting more catches because other players are being a decoy. You just never know how this continue to blossom. You got a guy who wants to be great, a guy that wants to continue to progress. He want to really get, he really wants to get better. And this is what you want with him, Kyle Pitts. You have other guys that are coming in that's going to be a part of this receiving corps. You want that, and this is like, just going to be a really good situation, whether it be Desmond Ridder at quarterback or someone else may come in at quarterback. This is what you really strive for. And at the end of the day, you're going to have to find a way to get, this man the ball because he wants the ball. He wants to be the guy that leads this team in receptions. And I know you got, like I said, Kyle Pitts is going to be there too. And you're just going to have two monsters out there that's going to be able to catch the ball at will against anybody. One guy's 6'6", the other guy's 6'4", over 200 plus pounds. I mean, what else could you want? So anytime you have a guy that's coming in and want to put up certain numbers, they turn right back around and say, hey, I want to do better. I want to do something that's going to, make not just me, but the production of this offense better. This wasn't enough. I don't look at him being hard on himself or beating himself up. Like, everybody has some type of, potential to be better than what they were before. Whatever you did the day before, you can be better the next day. And by no means what he did this year wasn't like necessarily the worst. I mean, look, he had 72 catches and almost 900 yards. You got to understand, but you got to understand that those are really good numbers even for a rookie. Absolutely. But when you look at everything that's transpired this season, the past season, with the quarterback situation and all the other things up under that umbrella, I'm not even saying it's Desmond Ridder. It's just any quarterback that's honestly not Marcus Mariota at this point. Because I just thought that I really felt like he was the problem for a lot of games this past season. But if you had a quarterback that wanted to get the ball to Drake London, it would have happened. You started to see it with Desmond Ridder, and it looked really good. So I don't know. Desmond Ridder may not even be the quarterback coming in because there's already talks about Daniel Jones, and I'm like, oh, okay, here we go again. And you already talked about Lamar Jackson. I'm like, all right, whatever. But now you're starting to see that even with the quarterback situation, you got a receiver that wants to be good, that wants to be great. Get him the ball. Let him be productive. He wants more than what he had the year before. And I think a lot of receivers want that, every year they play. But to hear that from somebody that's playing with the Falcons now, and looks like he wants to be, an all-time great, wants to be a guy that wants to wear the uniform of the Falcons and be this type of player. It's not you couldn't ask for more than that. So salute to Drake London that wants to be, that guy. Because like I said, this is what you want. At the end of the day, you want this. So what does this mean before I close what I said? What does this mean for the rest of the team, especially the offense? To me, I feel like it makes you want to be better as well. So hopefully everybody else around him, especially that receiving corp, the tight end corp, could actually, feed off of this and they want to be better as well. Because, that's all you want. You want to be better, and you got the personnel that comes in. You got a new defensive coordinator that's going to try to take the ball away from the opposing team so you have more opportunities to be, as productive as you was last year, if not better. You have, other wrinkles in the, other wrinkles in the offense where you're going to get more players. You could pay for more players to actually be more dynamic. You have a quarterback that don't mind moving around in the pocket and throwing the ball on time and getting the ball to you. Like, we saw some throws from Ridder that actually was really nice. Does that mean he's going to be the quarterback? I want him to be the quarterback. I want him to be QB1. I just made a video about that. I made an episode about that. But at the same time, you got to understand, that may not be the case. But with that being said, you want that. You really want that, dynamic to a quarterback and a receiver to be on the same page, and they're able to do some things great. I just can't wait to see when Kyle Pitts come back and you get another number 2, and then you already got Tyler Algier and running back, and probably gonna get another one with that as well. This offense could be clicking by next year. Like seriously, training camp is gonna be really interesting. Once the draft comes through and the rest of free agency, see what this team is made up as. You're really going to get to see what Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot really wants with this team. And when you have a guy with a mentality like Drake London that want to be better, it's not impressed with what he did. He can have a better productive season. Like I said, when he was in college, he had over 1,000 yards in 7 games before he broke his ankle. I mean, that's like unreal. So when you have a guy that could be as productive, can get away from defenses, can jump up and get the ball at his highest point, don't mind having issues with any opposing DB because he's going to try to beat him. We had some issues with him, fumbling or whatever. I promise you, well, I ain't going to say I promise, I don't know, but I feel personally that all that's going to be, cleaned up. So we'll see how this all plays out. Shout out to Drake London for having that drive and wanting to be better with his game, so he can be one of the top receivers in the game. You can't ask for more than that. If you like this commentary, the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what y'all think, man. Drake London's on one. You think he's talking crazy? You think this is the type of player, the type of talk we need from a player that wants to continue to be better, not impressed with what he do? Let me know what you guys think. Or you think he just need to simmer down and be a little bit humble and work that way? It's a lot to go. There's a lot of ways to go with this. So it's going to be really interesting to see. I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. And I'm going to continue to try to get this move. I'm ready to move some of this bigger stuff up out of here so we can get this move completed. All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy, and y'all be blessed. Peace.